It was around midnight, and the silence was almost deafening, except for the shrieking sound of the night wind and the restless scurrying of Tanzanian rats that seemed to be holding their own Olympic Games in the ceiling. Some nursing students, eager to sound like experts, claimed the noise came from the rats' mating season. I always thanked God for that explanation, because I never wanted to imagine people chasing each other and making such noises in the middle of the night. That night I was lying on my small hostel bed. The room was tiny but functional. A chipped desk in the corner, a tired old wardrobe, and a two-plate stove that had seen better days. The biggest problem wasn't the space, and it was the unwanted roommates, cockroaches. They were bold enough to explore even when you slept, searching for crumbs of food. Any dream about eating could easily turn into a nightmare. The bed frame squeaked with every turn as if protesting against rest. The blankets carried a familiar, musty smell, oddly comforting, though some parts were stiff like they had been dipped in starch. They seemed to whisper an invitation to dive into clean, fresh water instead. Half asleep and half dreaming, I drifted between two worlds. As someone who often prayed at midnight, this was a familiar state. I found myself praying quietly, feeling strength rise within me. Then, through the distance of my dreams, I heard the tone of my old Nokia 3310. The sound grew louder until I realized it was coming from under my pillow, where I had hidden it from prowling thieves who were known to fish valuables through the windows at night. I reached for the phone. The name on the screen was familiar, but the timing was strange. My heart began to race like an old train slowing into a station. Still, I answered the call. Hello, Sister Lee," I said softly. "Is everything okay?" I could hear background voices, women whispering and praying, but couldn't tell what was going on. Then Sister Lee spoke, her voice calm and respectful. "Oh, Brother Alexio, I'm so sorry to disturb you at this hour, but please come down to the study room. We have an emergency." I jumped out of bed without thinking. Thankfully, I had gone to sleep fully dressed. I slipped on my sandals and hurried down the corridor. The night air was cool and the lights flickered dimly above me. When I reached the study room, about 11 girls were praying together. One of them was lying still on the floor. I could tell they were scared and didn't know what to do. I joined them in prayer, asking God for calm, peace, and restoration. Gradually, the tension lifted. The atmosphere in the room changed. It became still, warm, and filled with relief. Sister Lee later explained that they had gathered to study, but strange things began to happen. Their books appeared blank for a moment and they felt uneasy, so they started to pray and called me for help. Before we could finish talking, a voice came from behind us. "What are you people doing here at this hour?" said a matron sharply. "Someone has reported you for making noise." She ordered everyone to stop and follow her to her office. She took down our names and said, "Tomorrow morning all of you must report to the principal." I didn't know that night would mark the beginning of one of the toughest seasons of my life, a period full of misunderstandings, false accusations, and loneliness. But through it all, I learned something powerful. Every storm has a purpose. Every midnight trial prepares you for a brighter dawn.